What's up, Angelo fam? So we got a brand new video for you. We have the brand new 2025 Tesla Model S long range refresh, and the cool thing is it has the new frost blue color as well as the 90-inch magnetite wheels. As you can see here, they look a lot better than the original hubcaps. So I'm gonna walk you through everything about the car, what's new, what's old. And as you guys know, I had a 2022 Tesla Model S refresh, so I want to show you guys the differences that is up to date with this car. So just go in first, the hubcaps and new wheels. So these are new magnetite wheels. I believe the car goes around 420 or so miles of range now, which is pretty crazy. And the wheels are all black now. They all kind of have this shiny black color, which is really nice. And they're on Continental tires, which I had before actually when I got my Model S car. However, if you do get the upgrade wheels, I think they come in Michelin Pilot Sport tires, which is really nice. You're on the new Hardware 4 Pilot system now, which is really cool. You can tell by this red dot over here, you're on Hardware 4. And for those of you curious, even though you update your car to the new software, the Hardware 4 does a really good job, and I really like the Hardware 4, especially on Tesla full self-driving. Let's move to the front, where you can see probably the biggest change on the front grille. This is all the same. You still have the same headlights as well as the fog lights on the bottom. You have the tow hook over here, and then you also have the license plate cover. But the biggest update is over here on the new Tesla kind of logo. This used to be a black T in the front now, and it was hollow, but now you have this cover. I personally don't like it as much. It kind of reminds you of the first generation Model S, where you had that big bubble in the front. So you just have a black T over here with blacked out badges, which is pretty cool. And then that is the biggest difference in the front. So as we kind of walk around the car, the overall body of the car is the same, where it's a Model S. I think Model S is similar to like a Porsche, where they keep a lot of it the same, especially that 911. And no really major changes here. As you can see here in the back, they have moved the Tesla letters down here to the bottom again, where it spells out Tesla over here, all in black, and it's kind of elevated. So that's the biggest change there. And then the back bumper, all the same here. So no crazy changes on the body of the Model S. You do have your charge port over here. It's the same as well. It looks a little bit smaller, I could be wrong, but the charge port is all the same, so no major changes there. So let me open the trunk now to show you guys the trunk. Here's the trunk of the new Tesla Model S refresh. I got my backpack over here, but this is all the same. You have the kind of the trunk cover and put your stuff in here, and then you look over here. This storage is all the same too, nothing crazy different. I guess you have a mobile connector that comes with the car now, which is nice. And then you also have space over there, which is kind of cool. And overall, the trunk is all the same. No crazy major differences in the car. Frost blue plate looks really nice. Trunk buttons all the same as well. Close that over there. And that is basically the whole exterior and trunk of the car. So let me go inside now, where you'll see kind of their major changes. Nothing too crazy, but it is an update nonetheless. So get inside here. We have ambient lighting all throughout the car now. So as you know, all the Teslas, Model 3, S, X, Y, Cybertruck, they all have ambient lighting throughout the car. And it's pretty cool because it goes all around the car right here. And let me show you guys, if you press this button over here, lights change the color. As you can see, the color kind of changes as we play with the scroll over here. And yeah, that's like the biggest change of the car. Nothing major or crazy. With regards to the car itself, if we come here to, let's see, software, all Tesla Model S's, especially the newer ones, are on that Hardware 4. I had the Hardware 3, and as you can see, it's on Hardware 4. A lot of updates to the Hardware 4. I really like the whole kind of the way self-driving works on Hardware 4. So it's really nice. Interior is the same, nothing crazy. You have the whole looks like it's the cream color interior. You still have the back screen over here. Huge sunroof over here, so it does get kind of hot, as well as you have the screen that basically changes, so you can adjust the screen to go like left, right. So here it's on the left side, we can go to the middle, and then you could also switch to the right side if you want, so if the passenger wants to look at the screen more. Overall, no really crazy major updates with the Model S. The only major update I can tell right now for the car is that you have the suspension, which is the air suspension, is a lot smoother right now. So I like the suspension of the car. It's smoother, but is it night and day smoother? No. Like, I think if you're on the smaller wheels, you could still test the suspension, and it does feel like it is smoother, but overall, is it different enough for you to actually upgrade? I don't know. I don't think so right now, but overall the car is really nice. I like the color. That's the only major difference. Like, I think if you can get a Model S with a 2022 2023 and you can get for like 40k or 35k, that's a pretty good deal rather than spending 100k. But overall it's still pretty much the same, especially if you aren't a big crazy fan of a refresh. Like, I think if you get the 2024 and hardware 4, it feels pretty similar, to be quite frank with you. But overall the car does have a refresh look over here as well, and it is pretty interesting the way it works. So what I'm going to do now is just going to show you the screen. You do have the dynamics, so you have comfort, standard, and insane. So it's cool. There is a launch mode in this car. I think for the Model S long range there was no launch mode. You had to have the plaid, and then you can adjust everything with a comfort suspension. Here's traction mode, autopilot, auto shift out of beta, and then everything it's relatively the same with the whole UI user interface with the car from that previous generation Model S, which is cool. And yeah, overall it's like the biggest update is probably the front grille, the ambient lighting, and then the new color, and then the suspension, the new air suspension. They say it's improved, so it's a little bit smoother. However, for me, like it feels just as good as the Model 3 long range rear-wheel drive that I have, which is the cheapest Model S or Model 3 that you can buy, so aka the cheapest Tesla you can buy. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just show you guys full self-driving, and then see how it kind of works. I will take it back to the dealership, and then we will see how it goes. So 4-minute drive, not too far, and I'm gonna just press that, and you tap the brake to confirm. Oh, it needs the card key, so that's one thing I know what you guys to forget is you just gotta put the card key here. Starts the car and gets going. So overall though, I like the car. It's like really nice. Like, I've always been a fan of like the Model S. It's definitely been my favorite car. It's the most luxurious looking, and as you guys know, I've had a Cybertruck, S3, X, Y, and X, and I think the S has been the most luxurious and premium car that I have. Like, I love this screen here in the front. When you're on full self-driving, it shows a screen, which is pretty cool. And then hardware 4, it's pretty great. So it's going to turn into here. We're going to actually pull up here to the stop sign, then we're going to make a left. And for me, FSD has improved so much since I got the car. I have been driving full self-driving since that original beta, and it has just night and day improved. Like, I've seen it where it's like almost crashed me into a couple walls, to where it's like it can actually drive me from like to the Bay Area to Southern California or Southern California and back with minimal changes or minimal touching of the wheel. So I'm a huge fan of FSD, and that's probably the major upgrade right now for this car is the hardware 4 of the car, which is on the full self-driving. So if you're basically driving the car without FSD, then the updates to the refresh are kind of minimal. It's just more so, like I said, that new paint, the new front emblem, as well as the ambient lighting is the major change, and I guess some updates to the air suspension. So right now we're gonna just keep going on full self-driving. As you can see, the car is going to make a left for me, which is pretty great. Solid left here, and then we're gonna go pull up over there to the service center, or aka the sales office. So overall, I like the car. Cabin noise, very quiet. The S has always been pretty quiet ever since the refresh, but it feels like it's quieter now as well. And then hardware 4 is your biggest update, where you make a solid left turn over here, and then as you turn left, we're going to head to the dealership. Like, I'm a fan of hardware 4. I'm a fan of the new look and color of it. If you get this car, right, and you have the money, for sure, go buy it new. But if you're trying to save money, definitely get like a 2023, 2024. You should be pretty on par and same page as kind of the car. But always make sure you check if it's hardware 4, because that's one thing, especially when you're buying Tesla. Hardware 4 really changed the game. I think they're gonna go hardware 5 now as well. So just take a look at that. But overall, self-driving performs really well. The car very smooth on the road, not bumpy at all. And I'm just enjoying the ride right now. So yeah. And for me, you guys may be curious whether or not this is a long range. This is a long range, it's not a Plaid. Plaids are super fast. I actually used to get pretty nauseous whenever I would drive the Plaid because it was too quick for me. However, the long range, I think it's kind of perfect. You saw that 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds or 2.9, I don't know, whatever, really fast, and it is very, very enjoyable. So overall, fan of the car, love how it works, and it is a great car. For me, I would probably get a used version, wait for a few years for it to kind of like trickle down a bit, and then probably get that car. But if you guys are trying to buy a Tesla, use my link down below. You get free full self-driving for 3 months with my link down below. They have a lot of specials going on too. And also, if you want car accessories, take a look down below. The link's below. I do get a commission. So, but overall, I give it a solid 8.5 out of 10 for the refresh, just because nothing crazy new features except for the hardware, and then some aesthetics like the lights and the front emblem. Appreciate you, Jello fam. Peace.